the city of Christchurch, New Zealand, has announced that it has decided to fire its official wizard. Which, sounds mean, right? Wizards are fun. Why would you fire the wizard? The story has twists and turns, so get ready for it. So Ian Brackenbury Channel, aka the Wizard, has been serving the city's as the city's appointed necromancer. That's a thing. Okay, since the olden days of 1998, okay, over the past few decades, he has made a total of roughly $258,825 US dollars, okay, we did the conversion for you guys because we're looking out, to provide acts of wizardry, and other wizard-like services as part of promotional work for the city of Christchurch. Now, they just put a stop to this, but I would argue that they should have put a stop to it from the very beginning. As soon as they conceived the notion of spending hard-earned taxpayer money on a wizard, okay? They think it's cute. I don't think it's cute. I think this is waste. Okay, now the wizard probably disagrees with me, but I don't care because he's an advocate of hurting women, okay? I'll get to that in a second. Now, the wizard, who was born in England, began performing acts of wizardry and entertainment in public spaces shortly after arriving in New Zealand in 1976. When the council originally tried to stop him, the public protested. In 1982, the New Zealand Art Gallery Directors Association said he had become a living work of art. And then in 1990, the prime minister at the time, Mike Moore, who loves to waste money, asked that he consider becoming the Wizard of New Zealand. Okay.
Yeah, now understand, so he becomes the official wizard in 98, but he's been hanging around as Merlin or Gandalf or whatever he is in all those times. And now that they've fired him, by the way, he's like, you're not getting rid of me that easily. I'm gonna show up and do it for free anyway. Which if I was a council member, I'd think, mission accomplished?
100%. So, some might be curious about what this gentleman looks like. Let's take a fun look at this picture. He's the gentleman in the middle.
Really? I couldn't tell. I was thinking, which one is a wizard? I wonder which one has wizard-like services. Although the dude in the top hat would have made a run for it. The guy with the necklace could have been an option, but the hat kind of does, and the staff gives it away.
Listen, I think you can make a case that most of those people in that picture could serve as wizards.
Yeah, I don't know if they're out of a movie. I don't know what's happening in New Zealand, but this is okay. Yes, but he does stand up.
Oh my God. All right, so let's give you more of this insane story. So Christchurch City Council Assistant Chief Executive, who like their titles are too long, Lynn McLennan, told Stuff that the council made the difficult decision to fire their local mage because the promotional landscape of the city is changing and it would like to fund offerings that will increasingly reflect our diverse communities. All right, so that was a roundabout way of saying that the wizard said some pretty awful things about women. They can't pay him to do his wizardry anymore, and so as a result, they're gonna fire him. Now, what did he say? Now, in the April screening of Channel 3's comedy current affairs show, New Zealand Today, hosted by Guy Williams, the wizard said he liked to tease women by telling them they were devious. I'm okay with that. And said they use cunning to get men who are thick. I love women. So far, so good. It's all right. I forgive them all the time. And then this is where it gets nasty. I've never struck one yet. Never strike a woman because they bruise too easily is the first thing, and they'll tell the neighbors and their friends, and then you're in big trouble. Like, I didn't want public funds going to this dude to begin with, but I certainly would not want to see public funds going to this dude after he talks about beating women, but not beating women because they bruise too easily and then people might find out that you're beating women.
No, and I don't know why you would object. He clarified that he does not hit women. That's why he knows all about how they bruise and which friends and neighbors they talk to after bruising.
But he's a wizard, so maybe he does beat women and then uses his wizardry to cover it up.
Yeah, so look.
Took a dark turn. You didn't expect it.
It did.
You didn't expect it.
Well, look, the Eye of Sauron is powerful, and It is alluring to all. I don't know if that's the right things I've said there, but I thought it would work if I said a number of words that were dorky from Lord of the Rings. Okay, so anyways, there are dark arts, and apparently he practiced the dark arts too. Look, this guy's a super old guy, and so when you go super old, sometimes you get super fun, and sometimes you get super dark, and sometimes you get both, right? So who doesn't like wizardry? Answer, Anna Kasparian.
Yeah, don't waste my time. You want to do wizardry, fine. I don't want to pay for it. Like
she's like, just whiz off somewhere else.
Totally.
Okay, and that seems fair. But other people enjoy it, and it could be fun. And you got Grandpa doing the wizard tricks and stuff. But then you get the old school bad stuff, and it's not a little bad; it's really bad.
Right.
And the fact that it's left over from the old days doesn't make it any better. It just won't fly, if you will. These days, okay? So you can't give public money to a guy who's talking about beating up women and stuff. Yeah. And you can't joke about it either, because those jokes then encourage other people, like, yeah, the problem with women and stuff, right?
Yeah, I don't know if it goes that far, but like, public money shouldn't be going toward that kind of rhetoric, period.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and by the way, he's not pleased with the decision. He's protesting it. The Christchurch City Council are a bunch of bureaucrats who have no imagination, he claims. They are not thinking of ways to promote Christchurch overseas. They are just projecting an image of bureaucrats drinking lattes on the boulevard. What is it with, like, I get it, like bureaucracy sucks sometimes, but why is it always tied to latte drinking? Like there's nothing wrong with lattes. It's just putting a little steamed milk in your espresso. It's fine, it's okay. It's okay to like lattes.
Yeah.
Does it make you some elitist because you like a little milk in your coffee?
That's so funny, I never thought about it that way. Like, oh, you want milk in your coffee?
Yeah.
Elitist. Okay, oh yeah, snob over here, want milk. They call it leche in other languages. Okay.
They want to make you drink Starbucks every day from now until forever.
See, Bart, thank you. That's what I was going to go to. What is with their obsession with coffee? Wait till they get a lot of too strong coffee. But seriously, they're like, oh, you know what? These liberals, they soy boys, latte drinking. You're going to make 4 Starbucks down your throat. What the hell's going on with the coffee? Wait, I thought conservatives like coffee too. This is really weird. So, but the minute he mentioned latte drinking, so by the way, he's not wrong about the bureaucrats. Let's be honest, they are bureaucrats. They are, but they're thinking, they're thinking 2 things. How are we going to spend our tourism budget appropriately for marketing purposes? And can we have this kind of language representing us? And they make a bureaucratic decision.
Yeah.
I know, but that doesn't mean they're bad people. That means somebody had to make a decision about how to spend the marketing money, and they didn't want to go into some dude who's like, I don't know, how to beat your wife 101 right after wizard-like services 201.
It gets crazier. His quotes just keep getting better. Here's another one. They are not making use of my worldwide fame, he says. I am disappointed they haven't made use of the wizard as part of the promotion of Christchurch. I don't like being canceled.
Oh, he's definitely a right winger. Between the wife beating, the latte drinking or anti-latte drinking, and not using, what was his wizardry? No. Canceled, and then he's getting canceled. The guy watches Tucker Carlson.
Here's more. So the wizard is planning on continuing his regular appearances at the local arts center, although he's not going to be paid for it. So you're right, Cenk. I'm sure that the politicians here are thinking mission accomplished. He says, it makes no difference. I will keep going. They will have to kill me to stop. And then also at an exhibition of his life and work, opens at the Arts Center on Saturday. Ironically, the exhibition is supported by a council grant.
Damn bureaucrats. You know why when they did that? They were drinking nothing but latte. Okay. No, look guys, we try to be open-minded here, and everybody's complicated. So that guy probably has a lot of good sides, and he has obviously a very bad side, right? And so I don't think it's necessarily simple. And I'm sure a lot of people enjoyed that wizardry. They're not all Annas, right? And I'm sure a lot of kids enjoyed it. And he's probably a jovial guy who dresses as a wizard. I assume there's not a lot of grumpy wizards. There's maybe, I was gonna say in real life there might be grumpy wizards. I'm pretty sure there aren't any in real life. But in terms of the people who dress up as wizards, they're usually fun-loving guys, right? So, but we can't have it. Right? We can't have people paying for it, I think. But we're asking you guys a poll in case
Did you just make something up though?
What?
The guys who dress up like wizards are like great. They're fun-loving guys. Like how do you know? How do you know? Do you know wizards?
Oh, the wizard.
Are you familiar with the wizard community? Like he just said it. He just said it. There's no receipts, no nothing. He just said it. He just freaking said it. Like,
so can I just say, go vote on the poll, tyt.com/polls. We're curious what you think. Maybe you guys think like you guys are being too harsh. Let the jovial wizard go. Right? Well, they did let him go. The question is, should he have been fired? Go check it out. But I'm totally busted. I have no idea if they're jovial. But like, there's something in the back of my mind that probably came from the media at some point that said, if people dress like wizards, they are jovial. I assume, I don't know, people dress like Santa, they're jovial.
Look, I'm not gonna lie, and no offense to the wizard community. If I saw some random dude dressed like a wizard, especially a man in adult age, I would not think like, oh, what a wonderful jovial guy. I'd think like, oh, if I have kids with me, let's keep the kids away. No. There's something weird about that.
No, I hear you, but there's an age range.
Depends on the environment. So if you're in an environment that calls for wizardry, then fine. But if he's like at some random art center, like dressed with his pointy hat, I'm not interested in that.
Yeah, well, look, a new rule, this is very old school like in this rule. If you're under 30 and you're in the, John Iderola camp, right?
John would never dress like a wizard. He might be appreciative of wizards, but he never dresses.
But you can go to Comic-Con, blanket exception.
That's what it's for.
No question. That's what it's for. Bless your hearts, we love it there. Okay. So, but there's an under 30 contingent that could get into that kind of wizardry, right? And there's above 75 where it's a lovable old guy. But between 35 and 75, if you got a 45-year-old dude going around, hey, I'm a wizard, you wanna check it out?
You wanna see my magic?
No, don't. I have wizard-like services. No, do not check out his wizard-like services.
Doesn't matter how jovial he seems, okay?
Yes, that man is not as jovial as he looks. Certainly not after getting fired by a bunch of latte-drinking jerks. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.